Hello dear students, welcome in today's English video lecture. Students, in last lecture we have discussed the poem Money. This poem is written by William Davis. Now students, we are going to discuss in today's lecture the brainstorming activities. We are on page number 123. First activity given in our course book is money does not mean everything in life. Discuss with your partner and justify the statement by giving examples. Take help of the following points. Some points are given. Money cannot give you eternal happiness. Eternal, long lasting. Art, music, and literature can give you unending happiness. Money is short lived. Money cannot purchase happiness and contentment. Contentment, satisfaction. Now, students, money does not mean everything in life. Money is important, but money is not the only thing which is important in our life. There are a number of things which gives us happiness. So here you are expected to write a small paragraph and you are expected to express your views. Actually, this is an example of expansion of an idea. Idea is given, money does not mean everything in life. So you have to expand this idea. You have to explain your views about this idea. आपल्या आयुष्यामध्ये जीवनामध्ये पैसाच सर्व काही नाही, सर्वस्व नाही, हे एक्सप्लेन करणारा एक पॅराग्राफ तुम्हाला लिहायचा आहे. सो सम पॉइंट्स आर गिवन हियर. यू कॅन टेक हेल्प ऑफ द गिवन पॉइंट्स ऑल्सो. नाउ वन मोर activity is given. Debate on the following topic in groups. Now it will not be possible for you, but you can do one thing. A topic is given, money is the solution for everything. So debate, all of you know that debate means having two sides of the given topic or subject. So here you can do one thing, you can give title, money is the solution for everything. Yes, I am agree, one small paragraph. No, I am not agree, one paragraph. आपल्या आयुष्यामध्ये येणाऱ्या प्रत्येक अडचणीवरती पैसा हे एकमेव सोल्युशन आहे, उपाय आहे. तुम्ही ॲग्री असाल तर ते का, त्याचा एक पॅरेग्राफ, आणि ॲग्री नसाल तर त्याचा एक पॅरेग्राफ. सो यू कॅन राईट लाईक दिस. सम ऑफ यू विल से येस, मनी इज द सोल्युशन फॉर एव्हरीथिंग. वी कॅन बाय एव्हरीथिंग बाय मनी. मनी कॅन सॉल्व ऑल प्रॉब्लेम्स. And some of you will say no, money cannot solve all problems. We cannot buy happiness, we cannot buy mental satisfaction with money. So like this way, one small paragraph for money is solution for everything, and one small paragraph, no, money is not the only solution. Okay, now next activity, that is state whether the following statements are true or false. Correct the false statements with the help of the poem. So first point is given. First statement, the poet knew no joy till he was rich. Yes, you can easily tell that the sentence is false. Why the sentence is false? Because the poet knew no joy till he was poor. So when he was rich, he was not happy at all. But now when he was poor, he could enjoy his life. Number 2, the poet felt that he should talk about his poverty. Yes, this statement is false because the poet felt that he should not talk about his money. Number 3, C, when poet had money, he had many true friends. Students, this statement is wrong, false, because when poet had money, he had many false friends. He had many friends, but those friends were not true, they were false friends. When poet became poor, he had a few real friends. Yes, this statement is true, because when he was rich, he had money, many false friends. But now when he was poor, he had friends, but they were very few, but they were true. Let us discuss the next activity. Write the reasons for the following statements. Two statements are given. We are expected to give the reason. Number 1, friends came knocking all day at the poet's door. Students, when poet was rich, at that time he had many friends. Those friends were always around and were friendly with the poet, because poet had money, he was rich. But according to poet, they were knocking his door or connected with him because of his wealth, because of his money. And as they were expecting money from the poet, they were around him. Those friends were false friends. Number 2, poor men's wives hum like bees. Now, the poor men are satisfied in their life, according to poet. They only think about their daily bread and butter. They do not accumulate wealth or think on protecting money. जे गरीब लोक आहेत ते त्यांच्या आयुष्यामध्ये खूप समाधानी असतात. ते त्यांच्या जीवनाकडून फार अपेक्षा ठेवत नाहीत. फक्त रोजची 2 वेळेचं जेवण व्यवस्थित मिळावं अशी त्यांची अपेक्षा असते. आणि त्यामुळे ते खूप पैसा जमा करणं, तो साठवणं, त्याचं रक्षण करणं वगैरे ह्या गोष्टींकडे फार लक्ष देत नाहीत. आणि त्याच्यामुळे ते प्रत्येक मोमेंट एन्जॉय करू शकतात. सो they and their wives are busy in their daily works and satisfied in their life. And so poets say, poor men's wives hum like bees. Next activity, money makes the world go round. Explain it in the light of poet experience. Money makes the world go round. First of all, try to understand this expression. Money makes the world go round. Students, every man needs money. All of you are agree with me. Everybody needs money, but a few are satisfied. Very few people in this world, they are satisfied with whatever they have. त्यांच्याजवळ जेवढं काही आहे, पैसा थोडाफार जो असेल किंवा जो काही असेल, त्या पैशाच्या साठी ते समाधानी आहेत. असे लोक फार थोडे आहेत. बाकी बऱ्यापैकी लोक सगळे जास्तीचा पैसा मिळवणं, तो त्याचं रक्षण करणं, तो वाढवणं ह्यासाठी आपला वेळ खर्च करतात. त्याच्यामुळे व्हेरी फ्यू पीपल आर सॅटिस्फाईड, कंटेंटेड. वेन द पोएट वॉज रिच, ही हॅड मेनी फ्रेंड्स, बट दे वेर फॉल्स फ्रेंड्स. ही वॉज अनेबल टू एन्जॉय मनी वेन ही वॉज रिच. ही हॅड टू safeguard it, he had to protect it. But when he was poor, he could enjoy his life. So, money makes the world go round. Next activity, poor men need not go up so as much as rich men should come down. Express your views regarding this statement. Now students, here we are going to explain this expression. Poet says that poor men always think about their daily bread and butter. They work hard, they live simple life, and they are satisfied too in their lives. They don't think about unnecessary things. On the contrary, rich men's lifestyle is very different. It is quite different from poor men. Their necessities are beyond the necessities of poor men. जेवढ्या अपेक्षा, आशा श्रीमंत माणसांना असतात, तेवढ्या पुअर माणसांना नसतात. दे आर सॅटिस्फाईड. जो गरीब व्यक्ती आहे तो त्याच्याकडे जे काही आहे त्याच्यामध्ये तो समाधानी असतो. पण त्याच उलट जो श्रीमंत माणूस आहे तो समाधानी नसतो. त्याच्यामुळे तो त्याचं आयुष्य फार एन्जॉय नाही करू शकत. ही कॅनॉट एन्जॉय हिज लाईफ अकॉर्डिंग टू पोएट. And so poor people, they are happy with whatever they have. So there is no need to come or to go up. त्यांना अजून जास्त त्यांचं जे काही सध्याची स्थिती आहे ती त्यांना बदलण्याची फार गरज नाही आहे. पण व्हॉट अबाउट रिच पीपल? दो दे आर रिच, दो दे हॅव लॉट ऑफ मनी, स्टील दे आर नॉट सॅटिस्फाईड, स्टील दे आर नॉट हॅपी, they are not contented. And so this is very important to come down. They are very means they should come down. त्यांना त्यांची स्थिती बदलण्याची गरज आहे. त्यांच्याकडे जो काही पैसा आहे तो त्यांनी न वाढवता फार ज्यात आहे त्यात समाधानी राहिलं पाहिजे, सो दॅट दे कॅन एन्जॉय द लाईफ. आणि म्हणून म्हटलेलं आहे की पुअर मेन नीड नॉट गो अप सो मच ॲज रिच मेन शुड कम डाऊन. गरिबांनी फार बदलायची गरज नाही, पण श्रीमंतांनी बदलायची गरज आहे, अकॉर्डिंग टू पोएट. नो सो द नेक्स्ट ॲक्टिव्हिटी, फाइंड आउट मीनिंग्स ऑफ द फ्रेजेस गिवन बिलो and use them in your own sentences. Now students, here we are given some phrases related to money. काही पैशांशी संबंधित असणारे वाक्प्रचार म्हणी दिलेले आहेत. तर ते आपल्याला एक्सप्लेन करायचे आहेत आणि आपल्या वाक्यामध्ये लिहायचे आहेत. बी इन द मनी. बी इन द मनी मीन्स हॅव अ लॉट ऑफ मनी. भरपूर पैसा असणं, मिळवणं. हॅव असणे, आपल्याकडे खूप पैसा असणे. आय थिंक ही इज इन द मनी बिकॉज ही इज परस्युइंग कॉस्टली थिंग्स. दिस इज यूज ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन इन द सेंटेन्स. व्हॉट डिड आय से? आय थिंक ही इज इन द मनी मीन्स ही हॅज लॉट ऑफ मनी बिकॉज ही इज परचेसिंग कॉस्टली थिंग्स. तो कायम खूप महागड्या गोष्टी विकत घेत असतो. बहुतेक तो पैशामध्येच आहे. पैशामध्ये आपण नाही म्हणतो का पैशामध्ये पोहणे. So having lot of money means be in the money. Number 2, win lots of money. Hit a jackpot. Be lucky. अचानक खूप पैसा मिळणं किंवा पैसा कमावणं किंवा मिळणं. I hope this ticket will help me to win lots of money. Very simple. पैसा, हे जे तिकीट आहे मला मिळालेलं त्यातून मला खूप पैसा मिळण्याची मला अपेक्षा आहे. For my money. For my money in exchange for. To give money and to buy something. They are helping me for my money. Means I will give them money, they will help me in exchange of for my money. Next, money for old rope. Means money that is easily earned or gotten. खूप क्षुल्लक गोष्टींसाठी पैसा देणं. For example, nowadays mask sellers are getting money for old rope. It is very true, no? Nowadays mask sellers are getting money for old rope. Old rope means here very simple small piece of cloth which is called mask now. खूप जुने पुराणे कपडे असतील किंवा अगदीच लहान लहान तुकड्यांपासून मास्क बनवतात आणि त्या तेवढ्याशा मास्कसाठी आपण पैसे देतो आता, किंवा मास्क सेलरला त्याचे पैसे मिळत आहेत. सो किती क्षुल्लक गोष्ट आहे, पण ती आता किती महत्त्वाची झाली आहे की ज्यासाठी प्रत्येकजण पैसा मोजतो आहे. सो दिस इज मनी फॉर ओल्ड रोप. लास्ट वन इज पुट वन्स मनी व्हेअर वन्स माउथ इज. हिअर मीन्स टू टेक ॲप्रोप्रिएट ॲक्शन टू सपोर्ट वॉट वन हॅज सेड. जे आपण बोलतो ते करून दाखवतो त्याला म्हणायचं पुट वन्स मनी व्हेअर वन्स माउथ इज. For example, my father promised he would put the money where his mouth is and purchase the gift of my choice. माझ्या वडिलांनी मला प्रॉमिस केलं आहे, शब्द दिला आहे, त्याच्यामुळे ते माझ्यासाठी ते गिफ्ट खरेदी करू शकतील. म्हणजेच काय, पुट वन्स मनी व्हेअर वन्स माउथ इज. जे काय बोललं आहे ते करून दाखवणं, पैसे मोजणं किंवा पैसे देऊन ती गोष्ट करून दाखवणं. सो दीज आर सम फ्रेजेस. Now next activity, find out the example of following figure of speech from the poem and explain. Now students, very important question. As this is poem, we have figures of speech. All of you know that for every poem there are some figures of speech. So here we have given the names of some figures of speech. We are expected to find out the lines from the poem and we are expected to explain those lines. Now see the first one, inversion. All of you know that inversion means change in word order. When word order is changed, the figure of speech is called as inversion. त्या एखाद्या लाईनमधल्या ओळीमधल्या शब्दांचा क्रम बदलणे. आपला नेहमीचा जो क्रम असतो सब्जेक्ट वर्ब ऑब्जेक्ट तसा न ठेवता तो शब्दांचा क्रम बदलणे. दिस इज कॉल्ड ॲज इन्व्हर्जन. नाउ फॉर एक्झाम्पल, मच हॅव आय थॉट ऑफ लाईफ अँड सीन. मच स्टांझा नंबर 3 फर्स्ट लाईन, much have I thought of life and seen. Now here students, word order is changed. Actually what the line should be, I have thought much of life and seen. I have thought much of life and seen. So here word order is changed. So the figure of speech is inversion. There are few more examples of inversion. You try to find out those examples. Next one is simile. Now students, all of you know very well, simile is the direct comparison. When two things are compared directly, figure of speech is called as simile. Now here, then felt I like a child that holds trumpet. Stanza number 2, then felt I like a child that holds a trumpet. So here poet compares himself with the boy, the child. So that comparison by using word like. So the figure of speech is simile. दोन गोष्टींमधली तुलना आणि ती तुलना करण्यासाठी वापरलेला शब्द like, as, so. So figure of speech is simile. Next one is repetition. What is repetition? All of you know very well. Repetition is the repetition of a word or the same line. So very first line of the poem, when I had money, money, oh. This is an example of repetition. Word money is repeated. Next one is onomatopoeia. All of you know that onomatopoeia is the word which indicates साऊंड. जे शब्द उच्चारल्यावरती आपल्याला आवाज समजतो त्या फिगर ऑफ स्पीचला म्हणतात ओनोमॅटोपोइया. फॉर एक्झाम्पल क्लॅप, क्लॅपिंग. क्लॅप आपण जेव्हा टाळी म्हणतो, टाळी हा शब्द उच्चारला की आपल्यासमोर तो आवाज आपल्याला फॅमिलियर होतो. विस्पर, कुजबुजणे. ड्रिझल, आवाजाशी संबंधितच. व्हिसल, शिट्टी वाजवणे. सो ऑल these words indicates sound. So the figure of speech is onomatopoeia. Now in our poem, see, and now their wives do hum like bees. Hum, humming sound, मधमाशांचा गुंजारव, गुणगुणणं. So here it indicates sound. So the figure of speech is onomatopoeia. Now last one is antithesis. All of you know that antithesis means opposite ideas are placed in the same line. Now for example, poor men think I need not go up so much as rich men should come down. So this is an example of antithesis. Opposite words, poor men, rich men. These two words are placed in the same line or same stanza. So the figure of speech is antithesis, opposite words or opposite ideas. Now these are some of the figures of speech which occurred in the poem. You please try to find out more examples of the same figure of speech. Now let us discuss the rhyming scheme of the poem. All of you know that there are rhyming words, rhyming scheme. For example, let us talk about first stanza. We are expected to concentrate on the last words of every line in the first stanza. Oh, first line, last word, oh. Poor, second line, last word. Third line, last word, friend. And fourth line, last word, door. So, oh, poor, friend, door. Now students, oh, we are going to give A alphabet, small a. Poor, not similar, so B. Friend, not similar, so see. And door, it is rhyming with second one. पुअरला ते राईम होते म्हणून आपण पुअरला जे बी दिले तेच आपण डोअरला बी देणार. म्हणजेच आर रायमिंग स्कीम विल बी ए बी सी बी. So rhyming scheme is A B C B, A B C B. So like this way you can say rhyming words are poor dash door, rhyming scheme dash A B C B, small letters. So this is our rhyming scheme. Now students, here one more activity, compose a short poem on friendship. All of you know that for exam we have questions, activities based on poetic creativity. So here we have given one question for poetic creativity. Topic is given friendship. So we are expected to write one small stanza on the topic friendship. So you can write your own answers, you can compose your own lines. Now this is one type of question, composing a stanza or lines. Sometimes they will give you small stanza and they will say change second and fourth line of the stanza. एका स्टांझामधली 2 नंबरची आणि 4 नंबरची लाईन बदलून दुसरी तुमची तयार करून लिहा. किंवा मग टॉपिक दिला असेल लाईक फ्रेंडशिप आणि तुमच्या स्वतःच्या 4 ओळी तयार करून लिहा. सो दिस इज द क्वेश्चन ऑफ पोएटिक क्रिएटिविटी, कंपोजिशन. Now students, there is homework for you. All of you know that for exam we have compulsory question on poetic creativity. Poetic appreciation. So here all of you know that points will be given like about the poem, poet and title, the theme, poetic style, the language, poetic devices used in the poem, special features, message of the poem, values and morals in the poem, and your opinion about the poem. All these are the points which we are expected to include in appreciation. ह्या सगळ्या मुद्द्यांचा आधार घेऊन तुम्हाला एक ॲप्रिसिएशनचं उत्तर तयार करायचं आहे. सो दिस इज डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह क्वेश्चन अँड कंपल्सरी क्वेश्चन. सो इट इज होमवर्क फॉर यू. You just try to write your own answer so that in exam it will be easy for you to write your answer. Students, I hope you might have understood today's lecture. You might have enjoyed it actually. So thank you very much.